Hey everybody, it's James here at Board Game Spotlight, and today we are checking out a game that is coming to Kickstarter, Dice Throne. Now this thing, first I must say, is beautiful. The artist does a lot of comic books and it reflects in the game and in all of the artwork. And so this is a very tactical card dice rolling game where you're versing other players. In this prototype that I've got, we have a Moon Elf, a Barbarian, a Shadow Thief, and a Pyromancer, my personal favorite. They each play differently. They each have their own deck of cards with their own abilities. Again, prototype cards. Own abilities, and their different mechanics. Their dice are all custom. They all have different ways that their player boards kind of play out. And so, for example, here, you are with the Pyromancer. You've got a basic attack, a Burning Soul, Pyroblast, Combustion, Blinding Flame, Hot Streak, Meteorite, Molten Armor. There's also ultimate abilities if you can get these symbols. So the dice mechanic works similar to King of Tokyo or kind of the Yahtzee. You get 3 rolls to get the things that you want. I want the 4-3. I'm trying to get a large straight. There's 3, 4, 5, 6. I need a 2. Can I get a 2? I got one more chance. I got 3 chances. Boom, I didn't get it. I did not get a large straight. I have a small straight, which is 4 of the dice in numerical order. So the dice work 2 ways. They work off the symbols and the numbers, which is really cool. Gives you a lot of different combinations. And as you see, the abilities play out based off of what your dice results are. So if I wanted to use 2 of those dice to do a basic attack, I could deal 2 damage to somebody. If I had my small straight, which I do, I could do 2 damage per fire mastery. Now, the Pyromancer has some crazy stuff going on with their fire mastery. That's their unique ability. That just you'll need to dig into that as the gameplay goes on. But a lot of these can also be upgraded. And so from your deck, you're going to you have some currency, and you'll be using that currency, CM meter as it's called, card points. You'll gain that. You'll be able to spend them. This costs 1 card point, so I would spend it, and this would allow me to upgrade my pickpocket, and it would be a stronger ability. So it's pretty fun to upgrade your boards, and then also try to execute your strategy on how you're going to defeat your opponent. Another cool element of the game is that you have defensive rolls, and so if the Barbarian, for example, were to attack the Pyromancer, so he would say, all right, I'm using my Mighty Blow, which deals 9 damage. Fine. I hate you, Barbarian. You're terrible. So for my defensive roll, I roll all 5 of my dice, and at each one, I gain 1 fire mastery for each flame roll. Well, I did not roll any flames, imagine that, so I wouldn't get any fire mastery. But if I did, I would get some fire mastery tokens, and that plays off. The Pyromancer doesn't really have a defense because she is a glass cannon. She's here to blow things up. So her defense fuels her offense. Whereas the Barbarian, he, on his defensive roll, he rolls 2 dice, and he can gain up to, if he gets a heart, he gains 3 health. He did not on that particular roll. But I've seen the Barbarian just nail hearts over and over. He's hard to kill. He's very tankish. The Moon Elf, awesome abilities, very ranged, doing all kind of entanglements, and each player has their own set of abilities. Targeted, evasive, entangle, blind. There are a couple that are kind of standard. The blind is standard, the stun is standard. Barbarian does a concussion. The Thief does enter the shadows and a poison. The Pyromancer has a whole list of abilities. The Shadow Thief has 2 defensive rolls that you could do. Okay, so let me take you through real quickly what a turn order looks like. So turn order looks like this. So you're going to have an upkeep phase where you get to resolve all the status effects. So if somebody stuns you or blinded you, and you get to take that off. You have an income phase, so you're going to get 1 income at least per round. You get to draw another card, and then you'll get into the main phase where you get to play your abilities. And that's where you're going to play cards out of your hand, and you're going to resolve your dice rolls. Or I'm sorry, the roll phase is next, where you roll and do that sort of thing, and then you target whoever you're going to target, and then they get a chance to defend. Then you get to play any other upgrades from your hand that you would like to in main phase, kind of part 2. And then you have a discard phase because you have to get down to 5 cards. And then the play goes around like that in clockwise order. Everybody starts with 50 health. You have a health meter here, and so it can go up, it can go down, that sort of thing. The game is great in that it is very tactical. So if you like tactical games, you're gonna love this. It's fun to throw the dice and try to get the combinations that you're trying to get. So that's a lot of fun too. It just plays out very quickly, like 20 minutes, 25 minutes if you're doing a 2-player. If you've got 3 or 4, it can go a little longer. But overall, it's a fast, fun, and gorgeous little game that I would recommend checking out on Kickstarter for sure. This, my friends, is Dice Throne